This week I got the opportunity to go explore a ghost town in Italy, Borgo Fantasma. This was the first time in my life I ever done any form of urban exploration. I went to this town called Senerchia, and I apologize for the pronunciation if I'm getting it wrong. Getting to explore this town was one of the most rewarding things I've gotten to see here in Italy so far. Real quick, before we keep going, please like and subscribe to this video if you're enjoying this content. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you. Senerchia is a town in Avellino, about half an hour south of Naples. The town has two parts today. There's the town where people live, and then there's the old town, which was mostly abandoned after an earthquake in 1980, which devastated the town. I think around 40 people lost their lives, and most of the town structures were left uninhabitable. When I was walking around this place, it felt like I was in a Hayao Miyazaki movie, like Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind or Spirited Away. It was really beautiful to see how nature had slowly come to reclaim this place. The trees, the ferns, the moss, the plant life was thriving, was growing in and around and through the walls and the doors. And in a lot of cases, it looks like was supporting these structures that some of which, looked like they could fall down at any moment. Oh, it's a little slippery here. Watch your step.
Okay. This you have to see this, man.
This one.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a cool shot. This door is tiny. I went to Senerchia with my friend Davide, and he'd been there before and wanted to show me this place. And we spent a solid, hour and a half exploring and taking photos, videos, checking out some of the old buildings. I don't really know how to describe the feeling I got walking through this really old place that has so much history there. When I Googled the town for the first time, the first thing that shows up in the top paragraph of the Wikipedia article is that Senerchia is where Spartacus was defeated. When you get to the top of the town is up on this, you can see the hillside. It's built right into this valley with most of the houses on one side, and on the other side there are a few more old residences and leading up to a church with a stream running down the center. And when you get to the top, you can see over the valley where the new town is. Standing up there, it's not hard to imagine, that famous, final battle where Spartacus's men make their last stand. You can see, I'm probably guessing, but you can almost imagine, seeing the men turn, make their stand, and watching the Roman legionaries chase them up the valley. And at the same time, you can see the new town there and the old town, and you see all these parallel lines of history still visible to the naked eye in the present day almost. almost. I'm imagining the battle. You know, that's not the kind of thing you'll find on a TripAdvisor list of things to do in Italy, or, you know, I don't think any tour guides are taking people all the way out here. That roof looks sketchy. I don't want to walk under that.
Okay.
That looks like it's going to give away anything. There's like a big crack, right? I'm like, no. Yeah, like the entire floor collapsed out of all these buildings. Like I guess they were probably just brick with no supports, and then they cracked and they just went. There's nothing left to hold it up.
That's another, like the wood stuff was too old. We didn't manage an earthquake.
No. See, why not? This is like a failed, abandoned reconstruction as well. Oh wow. Some teenagers up here. Yeah, there's a recent cigarette butt right here. I think the favorite thing I got to see in my favorite photos of the day come from ways in which you could see the plant life and these old buildings merging together into this new thing. I really, really loved this one shot here of this tree built like just growing into the wall, supporting it. You know, just you can see just branching out like a web with all the various little ends of it, and I've never seen a tree like that before. You know, the second was this house here. You could see where the floors had fallen away. You could see all the way up. And most impressively, like I said, were the houses where people were still living in this town. You know, it's not like there's a lot of services available here. If they want to go get groceries, they had to, you know, you got to hike down, you got to, you know, walk through this, you know, kind of treacherous path where there's a lot of rubble and, you know, not just like old rubble as well as new. You know, there was construction efforts going on still. It looked like there was at some point some grant money given to rebuild the place. It's cool to see people who haven't given up on this place, which was, you know, this, you know, I could just close my eyes and imagine, you know, it was once this really beautiful, picturesque, almost fairy tale like town built into the mountainside. Fall colors. No, we haven't been this way. This is We'll go up to the castle tower. There's more stuff. To close out the trip, we crossed the valley and climbed up to see the church. That was also, the church wasn't a ruin like the rest of, like most of the rest of the town. It's clearly still being taken care of, and that too is also, this was a really nice, beautiful little detail, that even though this part of the community had been wrecked and was lying in ruins, there was still a sense that this was the heart, the church was like the heart, the meeting center of the community, and it's clear that people from the new town are still taking care of the place. There were dedications on the side of the building for people who had left, immigrants who had departed for America, and it's still here today. It's still sitting in good condition. I can only imagine. I'm sure that there's still regularly services there. It looks like there's, there was running water and electricity running to it. So. It's like Skyrim.
Yeah.
Hi, Hrothgar.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god. I am. I haven't trained in months. Retired athlete. I'm not an athlete anymore. Oh, look at that view. This is weird. Oh wow. It's in great shape. The sun's just catching the light. Okay, we're almost, a little bit further. All right, I see where I can go. Right there. Oh, this is a good call. Good call. Yeah, this is a nice shot. Let's hope. I hope there's a nice shot here. It looks like there's a nice shot here.
I believe there is one.
This is
somewhere.
no. This is good. And this probably goes all the way back down, huh? I really hope to do more of this kind of urban exploration content in the future. When you drive around, one of the first things I notice as an outsider in Italy driving around is how many old castles there are, or old towns, forts, from all of, the dozens of different regimes and kingdoms and empires which have ruled southern Italy over the centuries. And whenever I'm with someone and I see something interesting, they never know what it is. It's just like such a common feature of the landscape that people don't even think about it here. But, there's real beauty to be discovered there, and it's something I would like to go document and see, because, these places aren't going to last forever. Even Senerchia, I can imagine in 100, 200, if there was like another 100, 200 years where the plant life was just allowed to grow without check, it could end up like, the Mayan ruins in Mexico. They haven't that were only discovered with the advent of LiDAR technology. There's the power of nature to reclaim these spaces was so apparent exploring the town, and I just get really excited thinking about the idea that there's dozens, hundreds more of these, maybe thousands even, waiting to be discovered and documented. And I really want to thank, again, Davide for telling me about this place, driving me out there on his day off, and it was really cool and great experience. This was a little late. I want to try to publish on for Thursday, but I had some technical things I had to figure out. Being both in front of and behind the camera at the same time is a new experience for me. So thanks. See you again in a couple weeks. Bye.